Right up here. Who can go after that? Thanks a lot for putting me right after you, Yellow. Nice. Well, you know what? I'm going to help him get back on track for time, but I will say this. First of all, thank you very much for coming today. Thank you for everyone who has contributed, supported to MDF. I see a lot of friendly faces out there. I see a lot of new faces that I haven't met before. And I have to tell you that one thing that Yellow said, and I will emphasize, we can't do this alone. I can't do it with just the Department of Labor. We all can't do it just with our own businesses. And we can't do it with just our community resources. You know, I think before I get into talking about the award winner for this morning, the first one, what I'd like to just say is that over the past year, I have learned so much about MDF. Being on the board, because I'm the Department of Labor Commissioner, isn't really, I don't know if I would be selected if I wasn't the commissioner, but I will tell you this, that I have learned more in the last year about what can be, what will be, if we work together collaboratively than any of us can do separately. So I want to thank you for that, Yellow. Skip, you did a great job. You did a great job too, Tim. So I will not go on into much of anything more than to say that to give the first award, I am very honored. Because you know what? Many of us know Goodwill Industries of Northern New England for the great work that they do at their donation and retail centers, and great commercials, by the way. They are much more than that. Goodwill Northern New England plays a vital role for many Mainers, helping connect people who want to work with jobs that are waiting to be filled. The increased diversity of talents in the workplace can help businesses and communities thrive. And when an employer hires someone they might otherwise have overlooked, it elevates the individual and strengthens community. We need every Mainer. We're doing a lot of work with the Department of Labor by having what we call HR Day at the Maine Department of Labor. We sold out, it wasn't a sellout, but we got filled up in 24 hours. We're going to be speaking to over 300 HR professionals. What we're going to say to them is that we can't do it alone. As employers in this job market, we have to think outside the box. We have to help you and become partners with you. One thing that I know that Goodwill does is that they partner heavily in their communities that they serve. Goodwill of Northern New England helps provide stability in people's lives by helping them get, keep, and grow in a job. With the support of employers, Goodwill is working toward a vision of sustainable, thriving communities where education and employment enable all people to be fully engaged. Their mission is to enable individuals with diverse challenges to achieve personal stability and community engagement. In fact, their 10-year goal is to help move an additional 10,000 households into stability. That's not just 10,000 people, it's 10,000 households. That's an impressive goal, and I look forward to watching it happen. They've engaged in the state workforce and education planning, led the formation of the Adult Degree Attainment Partnership, and continued to participate in many innovative, collaborative solutions to advancing Maine's workforce. We can't do it alone. This is all in addition to the other great work that they do, including their retail division, which in fiscal year 2016 collected over 55 million pounds of donated goods from communities throughout Maine, New Hampshire, and northern Vermont. Their healthcare vision, their workforce services division, their Good Clean Property Services, and their Good Neighbor program are unbelievably impressive. For all of these efforts, MDF is pleased to present Goodwill Industries of Northern New England with the Champion of Economic Development Award, sponsored by the University of New England.
One of the things that I like so much about Goodwill is that we see ourselves as partners with a lot of other organizations who are trying to help people get onto their feet and find their place in life. Our founder understood that there was a relationship between the impact we wanted to have on our clients and the way we could achieve that. He saw a problem that needed to be solved. People needed work. He looked around and nobody wanted to hire those people. So he said, well, I'll invent a business. And in doing so, he invented a social enterprise, business for a social purpose.
For over 100 years, Goodwill has been helping individuals who are seeking work, secure work.
And who sought employment as a way to stabilize not only their own lives, but their families and their communities.
People who maybe are worrying about how to feed their family, or are having anxiety attacks, or have gone through a really tough divorce. And so we're working with them around all of those types of issues to really help them feel solid about themselves and their situations and kind of regain that confidence to get back into the workforce.
That thread has run through everything we've done throughout our whole history.
What we know, what we've learned over the course of time is that individuals who seek employment, to keep employment, need more than just training or on-the-job support. We need to look more deeply into their lives and understand what supports we as an organization can provide.
We work with anyone who has any barrier.
Mental health, substance use, poverty, transportation, childcare.
Having help set up a first-time checking account, accessing a loan to help them through a hard spot in their life, or to even access a car.
It can be the difference between someone being able to be successful in a job or someone that doesn't even maybe put themselves forward to apply for a job. It's really anyone who wants to work, if that's part-time, full-time, is eligible for our program. And so from day one, we are really rolling up our sleeves and getting down to business around what the person needs and how to start making some progress towards their goals and dreams.
What's so strong about Goodwill's story is its clarity from start to finish.
So we really want to help people maintain stability or access stability for the first times in their lives.
Here to accept the award are Ann Roosevelt, President and CEO, and Kelly Osborne, Executive Director of Workforce Services. I just have to say one thing. We work with Goodwill on a lot of different fronts, and I have to tell you, I see Kelly through the halls all the time, working on lots of different things. I've worked with Heather Stott, one of your folks, but I've never met Ann. And I have to tell you that my admin person, I said to her about 2 months ago, I'd like to meet with Ann Roosevelt because I want to see what it is they're doing, what their future is, and so forth. So it was meant to be because today is the meeting that I have with her at 3:30. So I'll see you then. Congratulations.
Thank you, Commissioner. It is all goodwill all day for you. And thank you, Maine Development Foundation. We are just honored to accept this recognition on behalf of all of us at Goodwill Industries of Northern New England. And I want to thank the University of New England as well. We so appreciate your sponsoring this award, and we're proud to be named one of this year's Champions of Economic Development. Kelly Osborne is the one who really earned this award. She and I are delighted that you also see workforce development as economic development. As the Executive Director of Workforce Services, it is Kelly Osborne and her team who make strong personal connections with job seekers who are facing the daunting proposition of finding a good job that helps to bring stability to their lives. At the same time, they are building relationships within the Maine business community to help you develop your workforce. As business leaders, it is critical to have the right people in the right jobs at the right time so that our businesses can go where we want them to go to attain our strategic goals. Finding the right people to hire and retain is a management challenge. But if we open our minds a bit, we can open up those pathways for people who are often out of contention for consideration, even though they might actually do a great job. By broadening our perspective on who composes the strong workforce of the future, we build Maine's workforce one business, one employee at a time. You know, when a job gets done by someone you've never considered as being able to do that job, you show that you can do more great things for your business than you ever imagined, for your business and for your community. To have a thriving economy in which every person who wants to work can work, we each need to do our part, but we all reap the benefit. Please call us if you need our help. Lord knows we'll be calling you. Thank you again. We're so honored to receive this award.